Szanowni Państwo, rozpoczynamy ostatnią część dotyczącą sukcesów zagranicznych absolwentów uczelni polskich. Bardzo dziękuję, że dotrwaliście Państwo z nami do tego momentu. Przed nami ostatnia część, którą Rene, podobnie jak pierwszą część, także poprowadzi. Nie przedłużając, bardzo prosimy, Rene.
Thank you very much, and this part will also be in English. So without any further ado, I would like to invite the panelists of the second session to stage. So please welcome, and please take the seats from my left to my right. So Elina Pyrohova from the Polish-Japanese Academy of Information Technology. Matla Lecolo, International Alumni of AGH University of Krakow. Yes. Artur Laks, International Alumni of the Krakow University of Technology. Olga Kulisz, International Alumni of the Polish-Japanese Academy of Information Technology. Anis Atik, International Alumni of the Krakow University of Technology. Dmitry Vyatkin, International Alumni of the AGH University of Krakow. Umet Avci, International Alumni of the University of Gdańsk. And last but not least, Katarina Strelcowa, International Alumni of the University of Gdańsk. So thank you very much, panelists, for joining me. So as it was with the first session, first we will ask for a short introduction from you. Please remember that you have 5 minutes per panelists for the introduction. So first up, I would like to invite to the stage Elina Pyrohova.
So hi everyone, my name is Elina, and I would like to tell you about my artistic journey in Poland that I experienced. I come from Polish-Japanese Academy, and I study new media art departments. I graduated from my bachelor studies, and I decided that I want to be a student again. So now I am studying masters, the same field. And I wanted to come to Poland because I was fascinated by illustration and design that Poland has. And there was lots of creativity that I also wanted to experience on my own. And when I came to Poland, I thought I had it all figured out. Before I came here, I studied in a very academic and precise school of art. And it was just all about being correct and just make everything right. I just always tried to be very nice when it came to creativity, but then it came a turning point, and in Poland, during my studies, during my drawing review, my teachers came to me, they saw my work, and they told me one thing: okay, we see you can draw, so what? And you can imagine my reaction. I got super mad. How dare they, I thought. But after a while, I started seeing truth in the world. And actually, when I started creating my own work, it lacked some individuality, it lacked creativeness, and it lacked me. In Poland, I met some people that really pushed me into this creative flow, and Polish people are very nice but very honest with you, and I really appreciate that Polish people are able to look at very lots of things with very outstanding and creative approach. And what I learned in Poland is I forced myself to really spoil that piece of paper. I made it dirty, and I know there is alumni who studied climate change. Sorry, don't get at me, but I wasted lots of paper to become a professional, kind of. So as a result, now I can share with you that I was able to publish some of my works in Pismo magazine, a magazine that is run by very nice and intelligent people. And I work there from time to time as illustrative of articles and also as comic artist. And you can see there some works. And also on the left, some of my private projects. And also many thanks to Poland and Polish society and people who pushed me to also portray my feelings about situation in Ukraine. And because this is my first tries of speaking to public as artist, not a student, this really influenced how I shaped my identity when it comes to artistic expression. And also, beside illustrations, I'm doing graphic design, and I do lots of interesting design projects. And this is, for example, a project I did for a scientific project. So not only interaction with graphic designers only, so lots of people from lots of backgrounds. And Poland really gave me lots of opportunities to work with different people. It challenged my perspective on how I see myself in arts, how I express myself. So yeah, it was very nice artistic journey I experienced here. Yeah, thank you.
Big applause, please. So, Elina, let me first tell you, I have a huge admiration for your talent, because I have none whatsoever. So, for me, it's always amazing when I see somebody expressing in that particular way. My question is, you'd finished your bachelor degree, now you are on your master degree. Why did you decide to do your master degree here in Poland and not somewhere else?
To be honest, I didn't want to leave Poland because I discovered lots of people who were very supportive for me, and I really rely on people who believed in my talents, and it was a very nice community in my university, so I just wanted to be engaged one more time in this university life.
Well, we are glad you stayed with us, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, next up is Olga Kulisz from the Polish-Japanese Academy of Information Technology.
Okay, I have some notes, not to forget the main points. Hello, dear guests and hosts. Thank you very much for inviting me. I will be short. I rehearsed, and it's, I guess, less than 5 minutes. So my name is Olga. I am a graduate, and also I am working now at my alma mater, at my Polish-Japanese Academy of Information Technology. I am a chief graphic designer and vice head of promotion department there, and I love my school, and that's why I guess I stayed even for master as well. When I was was choosing the university, I actually came from a different field, but design was always my passion, I guess, and I can relate to the story of previous one of the students. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name, but she's from Turkey. She was the last in previous session, and she said, "Yeah, it's you. You talk about that." So I was choosing my first studies when I was back in Ukraine when I was 17. I guess for me it was pretty early. At that time, I wanted to be an artist in general, but I was not sure. I was not did not place enough pressure, on myself to go this path and decide what should do. So I finished to get a PhD in economics, and then finally I closed it and I decided, so now I can fulfill my dream. And that's why I choose very specifically, I did a huge research on universities, and a few things were important for me. Of course, first of all, if I could afford it, and second, if this country offers the program in English, it was important as well for me, and in the field I like. And I checked that Poland was the best offer. They have the best offer which I could find from all the countries. It was close to my country, so I could relate to the culture somehow, which is important for me. And also they have a very good school of Polish poster design, animation, and new media. It was back in 2014-13 I started research, and I come in 15. So yeah, and when I saw the offer of this new media art faculty, even the name of this faculty was something I never experienced before. It was so unique. So I immediately applied just to specifically this program to the English path. And then once I came here, wait a second, I would like to know that I mention everything what is important. What was, I never see when I come to Poland and when I started to study, it was very intensive, but for me it was so different than I experienced before in my studies, so I didn't even take the opportunity to go to Erasmus. My school offers it, but my studies in Poland were already, I feel like I'm on Erasmus already, so I didn't want to lose this feeling, and I said, no, I will stay here for all the 3 years of bachelor, and I started from the beginning. And then what schools offer me, it of course people who work there. My professor especially, I would like to tell, it was a specific person who influenced me a lot. It was Professor Ewa Satelecka from my new media art department. She became not only my professor, later I feel like she's my friend, despite I have a huge respect for her as a professional, and she works in this field for many years, but she's some special person for me. I think even my feeling to her as this person who guided me through these years, even because of this feeling, I stayed for master because I don't want to lose it. Otherwise, if I didn't have a connection to people, I might just go somewhere else. So that was for me something specific. Also, what I gained from the studies, of course, international projects. You can see some of the pictures. This is just a visual identity of the specific project. So this project was huge. Like, for example, about refugees' future text. That was one of the things I'm very interested in. It's about typography and text, everything was connected to letters. It was global connection. Every month we meet new professors from all over the world. I met distinguished people from my field, which I could just, read on Wikipedia about, and then I saw them next to me, and some of them I could even get first freelance freelance work from them. So this was like, I feel like on the top of everything in my life. And as for my work there, I made this timeline. I guess a lot of you can relate to that. I started to work, I had some freelance works, but then I started to work part-time on the third year and full-time during my master. It was quite complicated for me, but I guess a lot of you did the same, so you know what I'm talking about. And in this case, if university can offer students kind of flexible hours of work or studies, it's amazing support and help in this moment, because students after the 30th, they need to support themselves. Of course, they need to pay for their life, and they would like to help their parents in this moment already. So it's important for them to feel confident that they can pay their bills by themselves. Of course, I did a lot of academic projects. I think we almost fight for, you know, who make the poster. It was not a work, it was free, something we want to do to show ourselves, our dedication. So any other opportunity, you know, to create a poster, if some amazing designer come to us and we try to do it at nights, you know, to be faster. So you need to show your dedication to get noticed. And I get noticed. People know me from my activities, but also it was a chance after the second year. I remember I didn't have internet at home, so I came to school every day just, you know, to work on my laptop, do something. And I was next to promotion and recruit enrollment department at the time, and the people work here and there, and like every day, hello, how are you? And once they said, okay, you are here like every day, maybe you can do something for us, you know? And that's how I started. I did a few projects, and then they invite me to just join part-time to work there. And then at the master, they invited me for a full-time. So that's how it happened. I guess my work plus lucky chance, you know, I just was in a good place. That happened also when I started to assist professors. I started master. Yeah, already? Okay. I started master, and I just appeared to be in the secretary, and they said, oh, Olga, you can be an assistant, you know, we are searching for one. I said, okay, let's do it. So that's how it worked. Value of the degree, few words. Soft skills, of course, hard skills, of course, it's communication, what is important in the era of AI, of course, and the cultural context. Language, I am still learning, polishing my Polish, but in my field, it's really important to know Polish, because I work with not just visuals, but with words and texts. And so I'm still, you know, trying to get, I feel lack of this cultural context a bit, because I want to feel integrated. So at the end, this is my professor Wasylecka on my defense. The three important things I noticed for me: not losing my identity, be integrated in the culture I'm working in, people around me whom I worked with and who help me and whom I can help, and dedication to the chosen field. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Elina. I would like to say that I very resonate with your story, because mine was very similar with Koźmińskiego University as well. But you did say a very important topic. I don't know if you know, but the Polish education system, higher education system, usually was you do your 3-year bachelor degree, you go do your 2-year master degree. But this trend is shifting. Right now, the younger generation, they choose to do the 3-year bachelor degree, and then they already want to go into a working environment. So my question to you is, how important do you think that higher education institutions should adapt the way they are running their study programs?
You mean on bachelor or master level?
On master level, well, in general.
For sure, it's hours of studying. And also, as Professor Rector of this AGH mentioned today, and I noticed it, and I also like this idea, I can relate to it, more flexible type of study. So you choose the courses, more choices. Of course, specific program, I know that it's still ministry regulate all this stuff, so of course in cooperation with all the institution, but I think it's ours to let people work. And of course, I guess it's work with business, so they can offer, so the business, they can cooperate with school and offer the students opportunities, work and study at the same time.
Thank you very much, Priya.
Thank you.
Now I would like to invite to the stage Ani Satik, international alumni of the Krakow University of Technology.
Hello, everyone, and I'm really glad to be here and could attend to this event. And I hope my participation will enrich and boost the engagement and discussion. So I'm graduated from the Krakow University of Technology, Department of Architecture, and I am currently professional architect, providing my own practice. I'm architect from 16 years, and with my experience, I get it from in Poland and abroad. I worked in Belgium, in the United Kingdom. So that about my professional story. But my story with Poland starts a little bit longer than 16 years ago, because everything began 60 years ago when my father decided to leave Tunisia and to move to Europe for studying. So at the beginning, when he get many position to choose from the university from all around Europe, he decided to study in Bologna. And it's good to know that Bologna, like Poland in the Tunisian language, the Arabic Tunisian, it's Bologna.
Like the Italian city.
Yeah. And he was pretty sure he was going to study in Italy. And, and accidentally, he found himself in Poland, So it was a very interesting thing. But he accepted this situation, and I think he didn't regret it. He already met my mom, and after graduating, he moved to Tunisia together. And I'm keeping the tradition to continue studying in Poland. And also, it was the dream of my mother. She was also always dreaming to send someone of us back to Poland to cultivate the tradition. And so, as I said, privately, I'm a father of 3. So really, I'm busy. Not only by the work, but after work also. What I get from Poland, I get everything, let's say, because I decided to move to Poland because I didn't get accepted to the architecture department in Tunisia, because really of strange things. So I deposed my documents on the embassy, and I get the acceptation. We start from 1 year language course in Krakow. Of course, I haven't never been in Krakow before. My destination was Łódź, but I think Krakow was a very good also city, and I didn't regret it, and I'm really very happy. I'm living here since 24 years now, longer than my journey in Tunisia. So what can I say more? Let me see what I prepare. As an architect, like I said, I collect long experience working in Poland and abroad. For example, like say, the strong knowledge and the quality of education we get on the Polytechnic or like the Krakow University of Technology give me the possibility to attempt to a very renowned practice in Belgium and in the United Kingdom. And that would give me also the occasion to work on very exciting project that I can show if you are interested. That's one of the projects we realized. It's under construction in Toronto. It's like the Civic Square. It's the headquarters of the Civic Bank. So a two-tower complex, twin tower complex in the city center of Toronto. And I was engaged in this project, and I'm really proud of it. Let's say one of my best projects I made since today. That's a different view from the project. Before that, also during my work in Warsaw with the BIM architects, we made different projects. One of them was a Golden Retriever Residence. It's like an apartment hotel in Międzyzdroje, already built. That's this realization like view. People are very happy and very comfortable, feel very, very comfortable in this. So I think it's a success. This project was a success. Oh, this one. We also take part in different competition as the Krakow Arena. Unfortunately, we get only the second place. But I think our project was better. that pretty shame that it wasn't built in Krakow, but it's okay. We accept the loss also. Yeah. I already had an opportunity to work with New Amsterdam, a company which is specialized on like a museum, like designing museum and exposition, and that is a view from the Żywiec Brewery Museum, realized a couple years ago. I also had the occasion to live in Algiers for 2 years, and unfortunately I don't have a lot of photo from this project. That's very pity because the project really was standing, but that's all what I get. And we worked on the rebuilding and restoration of the Royal Castle. It's like a very huge building composed from many 15th century like fortress, composed from different buildings, and it's very important. It's like a UNESCO graduated building. Mm-hmm. And it was very like for us. I was proud to could restore it and to keep it for the next generation, because without history we have no future. That's what I think. That's a part of the project we made in Kuwait, the As-Salam Palace, the former royal royal palace, which was destroyed during the war of Iraq, and now they turned it into a museum mm-hmm. of peace. So that's one of the rooms we designed. In Krakow also we realized some interesting project as the renovation of the Pałac Krzysztofory. It's already open from around 1 year, so I invite you to visit it. Really interesting things to see and to explore. Yeah. And I think that's
okay. Thank you very much, Anis. And my question to you is, you mentioned you finished your studies 16 years ago,
yeah.
yes? So how long did it take from the end of your studies until your first realized project?
Very short.
Very
because,
short.
One of the first project I met, and I already was like get the occasion to be like a team leader. It's what the Międzyzdroja residence apartment. I think the short time I spent in BIM Architects in Warsaw bring me a good reputation and the trust from my chiefs. So they give me my first project. I was really very scared about it, but finally not only me, but the whole office was very happy with this project, and the client was very happy. So the project was very successful. It was 2 years after.
2 years.
2 years after.
That is quite short. So, Anis, thank you very much.
Thank you
One
so
more
much.
time, big applause.
Thank you.
And we invite our next alumni, Matla Lecolo from the AGH University of Krakow.
Good afternoon or good evening, because the winter here in Poland seems to be evening. It's already dark outside.
It used to be worse, trust me.
Okay. Back home, we are actually enjoying our summer, so this time around, still lit. You can see everything. But surprisingly, when we arrived here with my wife yesterday, we realized that 4:30 already is dark outside. So you have an early sleep. I don't know how you work it out. Thank you so much for the opportunity. My name is Matla Lecolo from Botswana. Those who don't know geographically where Botswana is, sitting right on top of South Africa, is the second country from the southern part of South Africa, bordered by Zimbabwe, Zambia, Namibia. So that's where we are. Our blue flag is the country. We are the biggest producers of diamond by value in the world. I think we are competing with Russia in terms of the production of diamonds. And of recent, we have been actually recovering quite large diamonds of over 1,000 carats. So we are more of a mining country. Henceforth, I find myself in Krakow, in Poland, and this part of the university, AGH. My journey, it's an interesting one, because I would say I didn't choose Poland, actually. Poland chose me. I think, and I think it did a good job for me, because if I was to choose, I possibly wouldn't have come here, because by then I didn't know anything about Poland. But surprisingly, I did my first degree in Botswana, Bachelor's of Geology. And then immediately I finished, I was working with a Polish professor called Professor Marek Wendorf, who has been in Botswana for 20 years at our university. So working together in the final year project, I think we did quite a good job. And he was very interested in continuing to do some work with myself. He made me aware of the UNESCO AGH chair program that was in 2010 was already running for its third year. So I was the third cohort of that program that brought in quite a number of international students here. We all over the country: Japan, Romania, Kazakhstan, Russia. So it was quite a mix of us. And we met as well with Erasmus students. So it was just a huge community of multinationals, which made it quite very easy for us to settle down, because the cultural shock, the language barrier, it kicked in quite very strong for me to say. It was really difficult for me to even go to the shops and buy anything. If I can't see by eyes, I can't read. So I've got an interesting story that my wife always loves me when I tell them that I bought a shower gel and used it for a couple of days thinking that it's a body lotion. But to cut my story short, that's how I found myself in Poland, is through this professor. And the minute I set my foot here in Poland in 2010, I think that was September, I met some amazing people. Trust me, that's one of the reasons I had to fly over 14 hours to come here to this prestigious event, is because of the influence of the great people I met here in Poland. Some of them are sitting at the back there. My professor, Adam Peszinski, and Vladimir Ziko.
Please show yourselves. Big applause.
They are in the geology department. These are the very same people who actually made me feel home in Poland, in Krakow. 12 years since I left this place, we never lost contact. That's how it was very easy for me to accept this invitation and leave everything that I was doing back home to come and see them and share with you guys the experience I had. They have been supportive from day one for the 2 years I spent here until I left in 2012. The weather wasn't quite very friendly, as you would expect. Back home in Botswana, it's a lot much warmer. We don't have snow at all. The winters are cold, but they're not as cold as here. And you could imagine from 2010 to 2012, I never had summer. I had 4 seasons of winter, which was, I guess my body was used to it anyway. So I had my winter here. During summer break, I go back home, I find it's winter. I have to come back again here, it's winter. I have to go back home, it's winter. So I had like 4 seasons of winter. My professional journey, I finished here my master's degree in economic geology. Through the UNESCO program, I think it was 6 months. And at the end of the 6 months, I turned my program because of the research I was working on into a master's program. But I needed a funder to continue after 6 months because the UNESCO program was only funding for 6 months. I went back home. University of Botswana was interested in funding me, but then they were redirecting me to Japan, Akita University. They had scholarships for Akita University. I had already made a very good relationship and contact with Poland. I turned down the scholarship and said, I'm going back home. Come rain or sunshine, I'm going back to Poland. And then the project I was working on was for an ongoing exploration for copper in the northwestern part of the country, done by a company called Discovery Metals from Australia. So me and Professor, we did a great job in that research because we discovered some new minerals during my 6 months here, and we did quite extensive work on it. So I went to these guys and said, guys, you remember I was here taking samples, I've done some work for you guys here, right on the spot. They gave me a scholarship to come back to Poland and finish my master's. I came here to Poland to finish my master's. On my way back home, I missed my flight in Frankfurt because of the weather. We could not land in Frankfurt. We landed in Munich, and later, after 3 hours, we went back to Frankfurt. I found my flight to Africa was already gone, only to be redirected through Ethiopia. When I was in Ethiopia, I opened my emails. I found that I had been booked a flight already to go to work when I arrived in Botswana. So for the Polish program that was conducted in English, I would say the dedication and the skill and all that I acquired here warranted quite a huge attention from Australians to see the value of it. So you need to be very proud of the program that you are running, Prof, that we are running, because it came across on an international level to be quite very valuable, with a few lessons, of course, to take out of it, because my master's degree certificate is written in Polish. And I guess, like they were saying in the morning discussions, that we are international alumni. You're producing international alumni who compete in the global market. So if we compete in the global market and we want to expand on this particular path of attracting international students, we should be ready to be able to dispatch these students to the global market ready. I've got my green book. I guess most of you will be familiar with this green book. I've been having it since 12 years. I'm keeping it quite very safe. My wife knows nobody touches it. It has my results in it. For your information, I passed well. But it's written in Polish. I can't even read it. I can't even explain to anyone what it means. I'm only seeing the numbers where I was marked, you know. So it's interesting. That is just a lesson to share to you, those who are in the right positions, to say, if you're producing international and globally ready students to work in the global market, and then our content and the packages has to be ready as well, because more especially when in the mining industry, we are not localized. We are tools for the globals. I can work in Australia, I can work in Canada, I can work in London, I can work anywhere. So my documents should be able to be interpreted immediately. I put it on the table for a job application. For 2 years I've worked for this Australian company in Botswana doing exploration. We turned it into mining. After 2 years I left and joined another mining company which is state-owned. It's called BCL. After 2 years I left, I went into consultancy where I'm owning my own business under the geology banner. Currently I'm working for London-based companies, 3 companies which are listed in the London Stock Exchange. I am the exploration manager or the country manager for all the operations in Botswana. They're doing exploration there, so I'm running these programs for them. So for the past 3 years now, going 4 years, I have been working with these particular guys. And on the other hand side, I've got all I developed interest in renewable energy as it was the talk of the town for the globe. And then I developed a business as well on the renewable energy. We do solar installations and stuff on a bigger scale. So I'm happy to say the skills and the knowledge I acquired in Poland, I was able to put them to good use. And we hope that we see a lot of other international students follow suit through this. I'm sure I was the first Motswana to actually study at Ageha. And after that, I'm getting information from Prof that 2 others followed from Botswana to come and study here. I guess they only knew Poland and opportunities here through me. So happy that various universities in Poland are looking into bettering these international courses and expanding more on that. Let me not take too much because there's still some questions to be answered. So I'll just leave it there for now.
Thank you very much, Matna. So my question to you is, and I want to underline something very important. You said that your professor contacted you, right? And you left everything back home and came here gladly to participate in this conference. That's correct? So my question is, if you wouldn't have such a relationship with your previous professor, would you even want to come back?
I had to be exposed to Poland for me to have made that decision. So I'm not pretty sure if I was never given opportunity in the first place, I would have known what's going on in here, which is also a very good feedback to say, you've got good things going on, put yourself into the global map, be out there, be known, be seen. I guess on my LinkedIn, I get a lot of invitations for courses in London, in America, because they see your profile and these people are running online courses. So they'll be sending you all these things. And by receiving that information, because nowadays we all see these things in the social media platforms, which are global. You can see them anywhere. So we shouldn't cage in. Rather, let these courses be out there for us to make our own decisions. But they have to reach us. We need to have this information for us to make this kind of decisions. But I don't regret being here. I think that's why I said Polish made a good decision for me, because it chose me.
It's like a superpower, right? Poland chooses you. So thank you very much, Matla.
My pleasure. Thank you.
And now I would like to invite to the stage Artur Laks from the Krakow University of Technology.
Hello everyone, my name is Artur, I'm from Kazakhstan. I work as a structural designer and also I'm a PhD student at Krakow University of Technology. Honestly, if I start how I started, I graduated from my university at in Kazakhstan in 2018. And I also started working in 2016 as a structural designer. I was working with a very experienced Soviet engineer who taught me a lot, and I really appreciate him. And he aimed me how should I what is important, what is not, and I think it was the basement of this kind of start of learning the structural design. And after that, I started to think about maybe I can try some master studies also. And after I graduated, I immediately started to study masters in Kazakhstan. And I also passed the IELTS English exam, so because I was thinking maybe I can try something abroad, just to try something. And I managed that. There is a small possibility to use academic mobility to some countries. I wasn't sure what country exactly they can offer. And I just had my IELTS exam paper and some will to try something new, and I was given just some points. Let's say it was Krakow University of Technology, it was Silesian University of Technology, and it was some university in Lithuania. And I thought, why not to try Krakow? And I just went here to Krakow University of Technology, and it was for me like it was something new. I immediately understood that maybe I want to finish my studies here in Krakow, and I think it was sometimes in life we think maybe it's good to change your place of living, even if especially if you have experience, maybe you can feel kind of burnout, or you can just want to try something new, try to learn some language, some context, especially if the environment is so different. And it just was interesting, and I think many people who also experienced such kind of feeling can understand me, and who also worked and after some work experience try to find themselves in master studies. They can also understand me. And when I came, and I immediately understand, and sometimes I'm lacking IQ points because these professors were smart. They taught about things that in concepts that I wasn't aware of, and all this stuff made a huge influence on me, and also I feel some professionalism, and I feel some fire in the eyes, and that they want to work as structural designers. They know what they're talking about, and this kind of motivating for everyone. It's just people who are who make influence on on you. And I studied. I used to travel a little bit across Europe, so it's a very cool opportunity for all our students. And I just changed all the documents from my university in Kazakhstan, and I graduated from Krakow University of Technology in 2020. I already understood that if I want to continue working as a structural designer in Poland, I cannot do it without language. It's almost impossible because it's kind of profession that you always need to talk. You need to talk professionally. You need to talk precisely. Not so many professionals require that, but I think all engineering people can understand that. So you need to be precise. So I spent some time on learning Polish language, and unfortunately I didn't have so much time because it's only 1.5 years for master studies. And somehow I managed that, and the first job I found, it was a job for expertise in bridges. It was quite interesting, and later I started to work as structure designer in another company to design building structure for many buildings in Poland. And one time I got an email that there is an opportunity to start PhD studies, and I already had some concepts, and I think it also was cool just to mix your work experience with PhD studies. And that's how I got in here, and I just can't imagine without that. It was so easy in Poland. I just really like that, how people are easygoing, how it's sometimes so simple to get into something like PhD program, or someone can tell you, hey, there is an opportunity to do that. And also the market for construction industry, I think, is very fresh because people are open-minded and can work with new concepts. So I think it's a huge opportunity for everyone who wants to work as an engineer here. So also I will just really appreciate people who were involved in that. Also this professors from university, and so it's like this. So I just work as a designer, and I'm a student.
Thank you very much, Artur. And one question for you. You mentioned that you are doing your PhD studies right now. So same question as before. Why did you decide to do your PhD studies here and not somewhere else?
Thank you for your question. It's related to the fact that, first of all, I already have some background on the Polish market, so I have some experience. I know that I want to design building, design structure. I don't want to interrupt that. And also, I found a very interesting PhD program that allows to mix your work with studies and with your scientific research. And it's quite rare opportunity. Not many universities in Europe can offer something like that. And honestly, in Poland, it was, in my opinion, it was the optimal solution because you can do everything you want, and it's just cool. I like that.
Okay, so everybody is always saying that their dream country of studies is the United States of America because there is where dreams come true. So in your case, it's Poland.
I'm just working and I like it, and I can do everything I want. So I think, yeah, just why not? Because I think it's more, for me, engineering is more important than some concepts, for popular concepts, let's say.
Okay, thank you very much, Artur. Next we have Dmitry Vyatkin from the AGH University of Krakow.
Thank you very much. So I want to start with the term video games. So everyone, actually I believe, knows what the video games are, right? It's actually the biggest dream of any kind of a guy, even under the 30s or even 40s, if we're talking about some kind of World of Tanks, everyone loves to play the video games. Like on the mobile phone, some kind of a Candy Crush, or maybe wearing some VR headset. I was always passionate for the games, and especially for the game development. And I was always wanted to find the way how to realize, how to make, build myself as a developer. And the story with Poland itself starts from the location where I'm from. I'm from Russia, especially for the Kaliningrad, Königsberg, or Królewicz. But for the last one, the comrade Polish officer would actually go to my parents. So let's stop with the Königsberg or Kaliningrad. For my entire life, I probably traveled across the entire Poland. I was in the, well, maybe not the entire, but 70% of Poland. I traveled with my parents. My first city in Poland was Mikołajki. Actually, the great stuff. Riding the horses, having the best meal in my entire life. It was the first time I realized that the meal in Poland can be too big. The Polish cutlet just made this trip the best of the best. And eventually, after a few years, when I was in my last year of studies, as all stories, cool stories starts, I met a girl. The girl was actually the girl who could get the Polish card. And here the story starts with the AGH University of mine. So technically, we're planning some kind of future, and I was trying to find a way out how I can get some kind of experience in the development, especially the game development. Luckily, we decided to go to the Poland, and the break point of our decision was also our so-called Polish grandpa, Piotr Slawieta. He's the best, the greatest person we've ever met, and he's actually lived and was born in Krakow. And for Krakow people, they know Krakow people are different from other Polish people. They're all in common, but Krakow people something like special for me. In terms of how they're trying to cheer you up all the time, how they're trying to help, and they're not asking for the exchange. So he proposed me the AGH University. And luckily, and I'm really glad for this, AGH University became my second home. Because when I started my studies in 2019, lots of things happened. And it was really hard for me to keep studying, especially after lots of things happened in 2022. But eventually, I'm really grateful for the opportunity to study in this university, and I'm really glad to meet lots of people, lots of professors. Professor Kluza, who was the head of our group, he just made lots of things for me to help us out. I'm actually the second guy Ashutosh was talking about who didn't find the internship, and Mr. Kluza, thanks to him, helped us with the AGH University help find the internship. So thanks a lot. We completed the study successfully. But for now, I'm currently working as the gaming support agent. So I'm not a developer yet. I'm pushing hard, as my alumni colleague said. I'm doing lots of things to build my skills, to make myself a developer, and create my career path from the point that I wanted it to start right after graduation till the point that I'll be the well-known game developer in the future. And not losing this faith to become a developer. For now, I can say that I'm doing a great job, despite the fact that I was technically lots of times rejected, as many of us probably, when they were trying to find their first job. Over 300 rejections, quite a nice amount, I would say. But despite all these things, and this is my credo, actually, I never getting like depressed or sad or like possessed of these failures. I'm actually trying to develop myself, my games, and I want to make my career path in Poland for these purposes. Because as all people here may know, Poland actually the capital of the most greatest games. Actually, the Witcher book series, I became familiar with only after the first game. And everyone who was playing the first game knows, first game, great for that time. Now it's barely possible for young people to play. They like more Fortnite. So for me, especially for me, Polish games, Polish game development and Polish people are really nice, and I want to stay here, become the developer here, and stay here for, well, maybe not the rest of my life, right? But till the moment that I will be able to say that I'm local.
Okay, thank you very much, Dmitry.
Thank you very much.
Firstly, let me say I am also waiting for the fourth game, the fourth Witcher game. So, Dmitry, my question to you is, so you said that, well, perhaps you might someday leave Poland. Did you think of any other?
Maybe I'll
test. Did you think of any other country?
Thank you for the question. Obviously, I was thinking about other countries. Well, not because of my mother country, but technically because there are lots of opportunities. Turkey, obviously, is the great place, and currently my brother lives and works here, there in Turkey. For me, especially, the option sometimes was the United States, but now I'm not really into it, because I'm quite, let's say, a Slavic type guy, and I'm really glad for the Poland, because for me, it's actually the place of home. I never felt here like a foreigner, well, because we have lots of things in common.
Okay, thank you very much, Dmitry. And I would like to say, well, this is the second time that our alumni during their stories say that Poland has become their home. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we have two more stories to listen to, and now I would like to invite Ahmed Avci from the University of Gdańsk.
Thank you very much. My name is Ahmed Avci, and I am originally from Turkey, just like Buse. And today I'm going to share a little bit of my journey and what exactly brought me to where I am today. So actually my connection to Poland has started a few years before I came to Poland for my master's degree. By the time I was doing my bachelor degree back in Turkey, I had a chance to apply for Erasmus exchange studies in Poland. So I was lucky enough to get a space at the University of Gdańsk for 2 semesters in economics faculty. So I spent 2 semesters there, and I have to say that I fell in love with the city. Basically, you know, the charm, the beautiful Baltic coast, and for me, I think the most importantly, the very welcoming people. They were the, I think, unforgettable memories for me, and those were the things that left a last impression on me. And I think when the time came for me to pick up a place of where to do my master's degree, I think the University of Gdańsk was just a natural outcome. So in 2021, I started my master's degree in international business at the University of Gdańsk. But of course, my time there wasn't just about academic growth. It was also a chance for me to grow, to make last-longing relationships, and as well as immerse myself into a new culture. Well, you may agree or not, but I think life is not all about studies. I really believe in personal development, personal growth. It could be either through new journeys or could be, through your hobbies. For me, I think chess was one of its kind. For me, playing chess is not just like playing chess. For me, playing chess is like, relaxing myself. For me, it's a way of improving the way I'm thinking, and also it really helps me to focus a lot. And additionally, last summer, I tried for the first time kayaking in Gdańsk, where I was invited by my Polish friends, which I enjoyed a lot. And I think going forward, I will keep doing that as well. And recently, I signed up for tennis course, which was, of course, co-funded my company. So thank you very much, Cisco, for that. And looking forward to see where it will take me. And little bit about my professional life, maybe. So for the time being, I work at Cisco as a financial analyst, and it's been 1.5 years, and actually this was the reason that I came to Krakow from Gdańsk. So I have to say that actually I'm in a unique position now at the company because basically I'm in a program which is called as LIFT, which stands for Leaders in Finance and Technology. So, which is basically 2 years rotational program, which gives you a unique insight into 4 different finance departments, and you get to try them, like each of them, for 6 months. So the program has been implemented only in 3 cities: Krakow, Poland, RTP, North Carolina, and as well as San Jose, California. So what is really cool about the program is that in each rotation, we get to go to USA, we meet our peers, we work on a week-long real business case studies, and at the very end of the week, we get a written test where you need to get at least 80% or higher to pass, and as well as you need to present your findings from the real case studies to the senior management levels. So I find it really unique, really challenging, and at the very end, I find it rewarding. So I think, just to conclude, like long story short, going back to Gdańsk was one of the best decisions that I have ever made in my life. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Umet. And my question to you is, how did your university, or in direct or indirect way, support your career in Cisco?
Sure. Well, first of all, I have to say that it gave me the academic background that I needed, but it also gave me the skills, that I need to develop for the future professional business world. And I think along with that, there's a chance to apply your theory into practice. You get lots of case studies, you get lots of group projects, different nations where you also work within the multinational corporations. And all those things, I think, helped me a lot.
Thank you very much, Ablet. And last but certainly not least, we invite to the stage for our last story of today, Katarina Strelcowa from the University of Gdańsk.
Hello, everyone. I'm Katarina, and I'm very honored to be here today and share with you my journey in Poland. So it started quite long ago. After high school, I decided to start my study in University of Gdańsk, International Economic Relations, especially a specialization in international business. And I'm very happy about this decision because my study gave me a wide and very well-rounded perspective on economics and on the business and on the international relations in general. So during my study, I had opportunity to do research and share my ideas with the professors and write some articles regarding them about the economics and especially impact of globalization on international markets. Of course, significant highlight of my study was Erasmus program, where I met great people and I learned different cultures, different mentalities, and I built the great friendship with some people, and we are still friends, and we are all around the world now, but still in touch, and this is great, I think. During my last year of bachelor, I started to work in Thomson Reuters, now it Refinitiv and London Stock Exchange group. So there I worked with exchange-traded instruments, and we were working closely with the CIS exchanges, which were very challenging for me in the beginning, but very great, because later it led me to the State Street Bank, where I started my work and joined the OTC derivatives, which is more narrow and even more challenging, I would say, area. And thanks to my study, thanks to the subjects and the perspective it gave me in the university, I faced it and I could manage somehow. So last June, I joined BNY Mellon, and I started to work with alternative investments, where we work directly with the client. So with the client and the brokers, and again, thanks to the program of university, I could deal with some projects and participate in the international conferences, seminars, I would say, and again, share my ideas with the great experts and learn a lot from them. So, to sum up, I really appreciate the whole journey I've faced in Poland, and I've met great people, and as I said, I came here after my high school, so it's almost 10 years I'm here. It would be in next October, and I'm planning to stay here, and I'm planning to finally pass my Polish exam in the language, because it's still hard for me. Yeah, so thank you.
Bravo. And my question to you, Katarina, is, so what would you say was your biggest challenge after you finished your studies? And also in a direct or indirect way, how did your university support you?
Well, I will start how my university supported me. Firstly, our professors, as previous speaker mentioned, our professors are giving us the great chance and opportunity to combine not only theory, but the practice, the case scenarios, different projects already during the studies. So when you go to work or join any further career, let's say, you already somehow have a practice of not being afraid. And I think this is the main key. You're not afraid to be not understood. You're not afraid to make a mistake. You're not afraid to learn. And this is great, I think. So.
Thank you very much, and big bravo. So, ladies and gentlemen, panelists, I would like to thank you very much. Unfortunately, we do not have time for additional questions. I do thank you for answering mine honestly. From my side, I would also like to thank our audience for being with us, and thank you again to AGH University and the Ministry of Science and Higher Education for bringing this topic to light.
You're welcome.